Welcome to the Yeshiva Daf sponsor Nishmas. I'm Yaakov Shalom Labas Yitzchok. We're holding in Sanhedrin Daf Nunei. We're starting 12 lines from the bottom, from the top. Sorry, in the V'nei Mudalef. Omalei Ravina Lero. We're in the middle of the details of the very not such pleasant daf. Yeah. So Omalei Ravina Lero me'are bezocher mo. We know that by a woman, person does Iru. What's Iru? As Rashi says over here, Rashi gives the definition. Iru means not a full beal. What is exactly not a full beal? It's machlokes. One shita is that nishika, just by having the aver touching the aver, and some has a chanosas atorah putting in the edge of the aver. But it's not a full beal. Wow. Hamari bezocher mishkavi. So what is it? So more bezocher. It says mishkavi yisho ksiv. It says mishkavi yisho. I think you have to go upstairs to get a Gemara. I'm sorry. So he says, what is it? The same way, but woman, ma'are is a problem. So say the way by Azach. You're right. By Azachar, you learn from a woman. But ma'are you don't learn from a woman. So there doesn't say mishkavei isho. So how do you know if someone just did touch the hair? By it says the word haro because it says that ants don't have a relationship with the ants. It says the word hero. We have to say hero. Why? Why? Because everything is mukash to nido, and by nido it says loshon haro. So why do you have to say haro again? In other words, the fact that it says haro again is extra. Tell you about a beim. Second one, where is the haro written? By an ant. What is the isur arayas by an ant? Chorus. But beimo is not a chorus. It's a chayvus basin. So why would you say it over there? Why don't you say where it belongs in chayvus basin? It should be in the right place. So the whole pasuk Yudash, the whole pasuk is learning drushes. So that pasuk, Rashi goes on to tell us that with the V'nei Daf right over here. The Rashi brings over here that with Yavamis we learn each one is teaching you something else. So because that whole pasuk drusha, you have a drusha there as well. So we have a special extra pasuk. However, it's not in the right place. Just the whole drasha is a pasuk. The whole pasuk for drasha. Now, interesting question again. Very called gory dapim right now. Person who takes his aver and he touches his back, his own back. Overlay kavastan. Kavastan is a loshon. So you came, you hurt me. Why you hurt me? He says it's not possible. It's not possible to do that. Why? As it says in a moment, that if it's bikoishi, if he has kishui can't get to the back. So Rashi mighty by us. Bikushi lo mashkachas. Bikoishi is no shaychas. All right. Kimashkachat lo mashkachas mace. Elamai talk about. A person's aver is not koishi, it's not kishui, it's soft. So maybe he can get to the back. So we have a din. Somebody who has a relationship with a woman and he's not the kishui. Is that a problem? It's mandom of it's not a problem. That's not the istur is only with kishui. So then there's no shayla. He'll be chayav. What will be chayav? Parties, chayav too. Mechayav a shoichev, mechayav a nishkov. Because he's the shoichev, and he's the nishkov. He's the giver, he's the receiver. So he's like this. There's no question over here. The answer is very simple. If you need to do kishui, it's not possible. If you're saying that I took it, but it's not kishui, so it depends. If you hold that's a bio, so then it's a bio. If not, if it's a bio, it'll be chayav too. Interesting scenario. Now another question. What happens if a guy has a relationship with an animal? Do you need to have an arm mishnah? We learned that a person who has a relationship with a behemoth, you kill the behemoth. Why? because the behemoth caused a takala to the person, caused it to die, and also as a kala is a disgrace. Disgrace is it's embarrassing that a yid had a relationship with a behemoth. So that's why we kill a behemoth. But in our Mishnah, you have takala because by a goy, because you have to kill the goy. But there's no kala. It's not embarrassing. It's not disgraceful for a goy to be with a behemoth.
It's not the behemoth's fault.
It doesn't matter. Gemara says that a behemoth, even though it's not her fault, because lemaisa a person dies because of her, and because it's disgrace because of her, you kill the behemoth, even though it's not her fault. Says the Gemara. Here we have no kala, we have no takala. We didn't want takala, be shein kala. By a goy, you have takala, no kala. Amav sheish tarisuam ma'aylunis she'ein oichlim ve'ein shoisim. Ma'aylonos trees. Ein oichlim ve'ein shoisim ve'ein merichim. Trees don't eat, they don't drink, they don't smell. It says by Ir Nidachas, you have to burn the entire city, including the trees. What do you want from the trees? They were participants in the Aveira. That's a kavachaim for a regular person. I'm see some idea of someone who caused somebody else to do an Aveira, so for sure we'll be punished. So you want to say that a behemoth as well. Says the Gemara, Elameato. So if so, a guy who bows down to his animal, it should be chayav. Why? Because he will be killed. A guy who bows down to his animal, you kill him. So if so, you have to kill the behemoth. So well, that can be. You know why you don't do that? The Yisrael who bows down to his behemoth doesn't make it also. Because you can make a behemoth asur just by bowing down to it. Right? Because by l'chaim ein nesorim, as Rashi brings the Gemara tomorrow. Saying why Yisrael guvatitza midav reveal. Say why Yisrael should not be asur. So says the Gemara, and look at Losh Rashi. Rashi says, so that mititza midav reveal that asrin lo umiktalin. Chayetzel meisa never the gavoya kagun the never lo pia dechol lo pia bailing. In other words, because also the gavoya should be a prop. Okay, so the Gemara says why says the following. Meaning, when you have a koloin or a person of reveal, that's a very big embarrassment. It's not a migune. So you have not only the fact you did an aveiro, but he also had a disgraceful thing. A person was with an animal. So that's why he killed the animal. Person just did every Zara, it's not as disgraceful. Something more about Rilonos, they include him, we'll go back to the trees. The trees, we said that Ir Nidachas gets punished. There, it's only every Zara. Says more about Chayim, Kaminon, the Chasach Bon Alay. This goes to your point. Trees, they're participants, you kill it. It's an item. It's not a
Inanimate.
What?
Inanimate.
Inanimate. But an animal, it's about chai. She has a nefesh. So you don't kill right away unless there was a big disgrace. That's a big chiddush that goes out of this sugi.
Big question would be very interesting.
The animal is also enjoying the avera. When the animal has relationship, that's avera. Says the Gemara. What about the trees? Trees don't enjoy. So the Gemara, again, a tree is much easier to kill it, but an animal maybe not. So we have to give a reason why we kill the animal, either because of a big disgrace, that was the first answer, or because the animal is participating and has some enjoyment. What does it say in the Sefer of the Mishnah? Sefer of the Mishnah says the animal goes in the street and they'll say, oh, look at this animal. A person was killed of her. What does it said that say? Both things. Skila and disgrace. So the more my love, me the Sefer, looking at what that from base. The end of the Mishnah, takola v'koloin, skila and embarrassment. Reisha kola beloy takoloin. How should the Reisha is talking about only a takola, no disgrace. What will be the case? Will be a takola with no disgrace. Hechidami, or v'kachom about beim. So the beginning of the Mishnah speaks about, we want to say two cases of the Mishnah. We don't want to say takol al yada, and the behemoth walks in the street. What's the difference between the first case and the second case? The first case is a takala, person dies because of it. There's no disgrace. What is that? He's a guy. So I have answered the question. Does a guy will be killed? Will you kill the behemoth? My answer is yes. Seifa takala the kolon, reisha kavash afilu kolon below takala nai mechayve. Not takala below kolon below takala. Meaning, not the fact that she dies and there's no embarrassment. There's an embarrassment if she doesn't die. There's no death. What was the case? A Jew had a relationship with a behemoth b'shoigig. It's embarrassing. People won't be killed.
That's funny.
That's
That's a very interesting.
a lot of cases. Yeah. Maybe, okay, whatever. I don't want to say anything. Person who had a relationship with a animal by mistake. You have embarrassment. So you kill the animal or not. A child, a girl who's 3 years old, she could do kiddushin with a beer. If a yovam does beer with her, he's koiner. If someone she's married, if she's a nida, so the boil will become tame as well. To be mitame his seat, like the Elyoin Shel Zav. Elyoin Shel Zav is not a schoma. Tachton Shel Zav is a tumas mattress. It's much too more chomer too. The Elyoin Shel Zav is not so chomer. It doesn't have such a big tumor. But she says not mitame odom. So mitame only other things. So she's a nida that she makes her husband tome to that direction. Mrs. Lekoyin or Chelas Betrumo. She marries a kohen. She's his kinyan. She has a relationship with Psulim, she's possible Kuna. Any arise that has a relationship with her, she's completely married. She don't kill her. Doesn't differentiate between an animal and an animal. Master, you kill any arise, including a behemoth. Why? Here you don't have to call her, don't kill her. But it's embarrassment. You see over here that halfway you already have it. Says the Gemara, says no. Here she didn't do a mistake. She knows what she's doing, but she's just a child. So the thing is, there is a takala. The Torah has she's a child, she doesn't have das. But it is a takala. So here go another yesod. When a child does an aveira, it's an aveira. Just you don't punish it for that. It is an aveira. So really, there is an aveira, and there's a takala, and she has to die for it. And what is that punishing for it? It's considered to be takala and kala.
What age is a person considered knowledgeable? 3-year-old is not.
So you don't kill her, but she's still aveira.
But whoever did something is not took advantage. It's a child.
Right? No. So you say if she did it birotzo and she's participating in the aveira, she'll punish her for that. But she's causing a takala in the world. So if she has a relationship with an animal and she allowed it, see, she doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't get punished for it, but it's still an aveira. A 9-year-old boy. Now, here it's the opposite. Before, we talk about a 3-year-old girl. So you have an adult marrying her, whatever, she becomes a full isha. You have a 9-year-old, a boy, you did a relationship with his koiner. You can't divorce her until he becomes an adult. In other words, if there is a relationship, it's considered to be a relationship. So if he has a relationship with a nida, he becomes done. He is poisel the isha if he's a apostle, but he can't feed her if he's a kohen. I'll give him his back. He has a relationship with him, he makes the behemoth apostle give his back. When he calls you kill the behemoth. If he has a relationship with any arias, you kill the isha if she did it willingly. But by the behemoth, you don't kill the kid. It's only an embarrassment. Like tiny scales of yodas, you see here that colon is enough. He did it with intent. So it's a color. Back to the same answer. Is it Atakola? He deserves to die. The Torah is right back because he has no das. But the behemoth is killed. So I'll talk about another way. The Mishnah. Bailam, the same at the color of the colon. The opposite gives as far Raya we had before. We have two parts of the Mishnah. The bottom part is a takala, we speak about skilo, and colon and embarrassment. So what is the ratio? Maybe the ratio is embarrassment, not takala. Someone no. Same with the colon, ratio at the colon below colon. The ratio could be at the colon, not colon below the colon, the colon below the colon. Which case is it? Echidami or Kachabim Behemo. What is it going to say? We had two questions. We know that when you have a regular Jew who has a relationship with a behemoth, there's two things that happen over here. He's going to be killed. I call him. B, there will be an embarrassment. Therefore, you kill the behemoth. What happens if you have only one of them? So the Gemara says we see from our Mishnah two cases. Second case, you have both. First case, you have only one. So one is enough. Which one? So we presented two cases. Case number one is you have only takala because someone dies, but there's no disgrace. It's a goy. There are other cases you have a disgrace, but there's no takala. Person who does be will be shaking. What is the first case of the Mishnah? The Gemara goes on. That's the whole almost to explain it. Either this, we have no right. Or trust me, you have no right. So what does it mean? Can we arrive at the Mishnah? No, because it could be that the Mishnah, the ratio of the Mishnah, is speaking about takala. And no kol agoy. We could be speaking about kol and takala, which means the person would be a little bit shaking. I don't know. So I have no raya. But it's clearly the Mishnah speaking of one of these cases. Either the case of a goy, which is takala and no kol, or a case of a shaking, which is kol and no takala. I just don't know which one it is. And the more stays with the son, I'm not sure what it is. We don't have a raya, not to here and not to there. So we'll stop over here. Let's continue with the Mishnah tomorrow.
Let's get right to the Midwest.